People love their coffees with all the fluffy stuff, sprinkles, so much jazz going on you can barely tell if there's even coffee in there. Others like it nice, strong and black, simple but to the point. Of course, there are those in the middle, much like myself, that like the nice strong taste of coffee, but appreciate a little something extra to spruce it up. Maybe some milky foam, if you will. Oddly similar to how we feel about bikes. There are the hardcore purists out there that wouldn't dream of adding a 10-pound motor to their lean dream machine. But then of course, there are the frothers, no pun intended. They're loving all the help they're getting up the hill so that they can better enjoy the downhills. Whatever floats your boat, right? Now that's not to say that the topic hasn't been polarizing or divisive, and there are opinions on both sides of the fence. Now, as nice as Canadians are, I'm gonna hit the streets and see what they have to say about this. It's looking busy up here. Let's go see if anybody's gonna give us some time. What are your thoughts on e-mountain bikes?
That's a really, right in there. No setup for that at all. I don't ride an e-bike. Let's start there. I have ridden e-bikes and I love them, but I also like the pedal.
Ooh, I kind of like to earn my downhill.
I would personally like an e-bike.
I don't need a bike.
You know, actually, it's really nice.
E-mountain bike seems a bit lazy.
Yeah, e-bikes, I think it's great.
I pretty much only ride e-mountain bikes. I'm too fat and too lazy to ride regular mountain bikes.
I think they're really expensive. You could definitely hit that kicker way faster.
Do you think that e-mountain bikers are still real mountain bikers?
For sure, yeah. All day long.
No.
Yeah, of course. It's like the same thing. You just get to do the fun part of mountain biking more.
No, because the motor is technically aid. It wouldn't be pure, you know?
Yeah, I think so. And I definitely think that real mountain bikers ride e-bikes. Brett Tippie rides a lot of e-bike.
Surprisingly, more varied opinions than I expected. So that's what people think about e-bikes. But what's got me interested aren't just e-bikes, they're lightweight e-mountain bikes. Now before you go grab your pitchforks, because there's another category of bike out there, just give me a few moments to explain. If not for you, then for me. I've been riding bikes of all sorts for the past 12 years, and I can remember my first dropper post in 2013, and honestly, I just thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I've ridden anything from 26-inch hardtails to top-of-the-line carbon 29er trail bikes. Now, I may be a little set in my ways, but I'm keen to see what's new on the market. Lightweight e-mountain bikes. Sounds a bit like a contradiction. So what makes these things unique? Well, for starters, it wasn't that long ago that e-bikes often looked like snakes that had swallowed an ostrich egg. Just imagine that. But we've come a long way over the past few years and they look a million times different. They also don't really stick out like a sore thumb anymore. This is my lightweight e-mountain bike. It's a Trek Fuel EXe, which is meant for executing tech trails, extracting the most amount of fun out of the ride, and zipping up the hills. Now, if that's not enough computer puns for you, I don't know what to say. Now, there are other bikes on the market that offer similar features to this bike, but it's no secret, Trek has supplied me with bikes in the past. This is what I'm riding today. Just to be clear, this is not a review of this bike. If you're interested in in-depth information, we'll put a link to PB editor Matt Beer's long review in the description below. It's not what we traditionally think of as an e-mountain bike, but that's the point. It's a halfway house. Now this bike weighs more than similar non-motorized bikes, but in comparison to my normal Fuel EXe, it's not that much heavier. This bike in particular has the TQ HPR50 motor. Pinkbike reviewers, who are real mountain bikers, voted it Innovation of the Year in 2022. Now it gives you 50 Newton meters of torque, along with a 360 watt-hour battery, and the option to attach an extender battery if needed. These bikes are noticeably smaller, thus lighter than other e-bikes out there that could have as much as 2.5 to nearly 3 times the battery capacity. But what do I, as a recovering purist, have to say about them? Personally speaking, I've been pretty skeptical of e-bikes in the past because I didn't know how they'd suit my lifestyle, which is mostly comprised of big rides, long days in the saddle, you know, some alpine missions that would surely outlast any battery powering. But not gonna lie, it is pretty fun to like just kind of whiz up this climb trail right now. Kind of makes a climb trail feel like a fun cross-country trail. Maybe this is a fun cross-country trail, what do I know? Showing me that I'm currently in level 3 power, but I can only sustain this for about 2.5 more hours. So when it comes to the case of, you know, people with e-bikes just ride all day long, doing so many laps, killing the trails. It's not so much the case with these lightweight e-bikes because they've only got such a big battery in it. You know, after 1,000, 1,200 meters of climbing or so, you're done, that's it. And honestly, like, I'm not really trying to go out and ride more than 1,200 meters of climbing and descending in a day. As far as for, you know, positivity, a way for more people to get outside, more people to get out into the forest, mountain biking. I mean, it's the only way I can keep up to Tom Bradshaw, that's for sure. Just got down to the top of the climb. Gonna go ahead and turn it down into low mode so I don't get yeeted off of this trail. And just have a nice cruisy way down, see how she goes. Pretty fun to jump. Suspension feels good too, I gotta say. Don't know if that's the added weight or I'm just happy to be here. Now there are definitely things I prefer riding my normal bike, non-motor assisted, but I totally get the point. In the end, I think that we're all real mountain bikers. And in my humble opinion, the more people on bikes, the better. Thank you guys so much for joining the conversation today on the lightweight e-bikes. And maybe you were even a little surprised on some of the things we saw on trail. I know I was. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel for more.
Well, I love just getting outside and having a nice time in the sunshine, and sometimes when I find something real nice, like a Pinkbike commenter on an e-bike review, I find myself just shitting all over it.